You think Dubai's Burj Khalifa is impressive? Wait until you see what's coming next. The city just broke ground on Burj Azizi, a 725-meter skyscraper designed to become the world's second tallest building. That's taller than Malaysia's Merdeka 118 and nearly as high as the Burj Khalifa itself. For 15 years, the Burj Khalifa has dominated Dubai's skyline at 828 meters, a height equivalent to stacking two Empire State Buildings. But in 2028, its little brother arrives. The Burj Azizi, a $1.6 billion skyscraper with 131 floors of luxury residences, a 7-star hotel, and a vertical mall spanning 7 levels. Developers Azizi call it a global cultural landmark, with design elements mirroring traditions from 7 different countries. Now, you might be thinking, why build Burj Azizi when Dubai already holds the height record? That's where things get interesting. This tower is part of a bigger strategy to keep the city relevant as Saudi Arabia pushes its own mega projects. While Saudi Arabia's stalled Jeddah Tower, planned to hit 1,000 meters, remains a concrete skeleton. The race for the skies isn't slowing down, but in Dubai, it's always been about more than just numbers. Let's start with the basics. Burj Azizi will stand at 725 meters. That's 2,379 feet, making it 105 meters shorter than the Burj Khalifa, but 46 meters taller than the Malaysia's current second place holder, Merdeka 118. It's rising along Sheikh Zayed Road, just north of the World Trade Center, in a district Dubai wants to rebrand as its new financial hub. The developer behind this project, Azizi Developments, claims the tower will house over 5,000 residents and workers when it opens in 2028. They're calling it a vertical microcity. And here's why. Floors 10 through 60 will be luxury apartments, with penthouses starting at $17 million. Above that, a 300-room hotel operated by an undisclosed 7-star brand. Then comes what they're marketing as the world's tallest shopping mall. 7 floors of retail space stacked vertically. The top 15 floors are branded as an adrenaline zone. Early renders show glass-bottom observation decks, a bungee jump platform, and even a rotating restaurant modeled after Dubai's iconic rotating penthouse in the Burj Al Arab. Now, you might ask, does Dubai really need another super tall tower? The answer lies in the numbers. Despite high vacancy rates in older skyscrapers, luxury units in new developments like this one are selling 40% faster than mid-market properties. Investors from China and Russia are driving demand, with 78% of Burj Azizi's units already reserved off-plan. Its luxury units are priced at around $1,945 per square foot, double the average for Dubai's high-end market. Yet despite the cost, 78% of units sold in pre-construction, with 65% bought by foreign investors from China, Russia, and the UK. This mirrors a citywide trend. Dubai's ultra-luxury property sales surged 230% in 2024, even as mid-tier vacancies hit 28%. Developers are targeting a niche, buyers who see these towers as safe deposit boxes in the sky. Unlike traditional homes, Burj Azizi's penthouses come with 10-year residency visas and tax-free ownership, a combo that's proven irresistible to global elites. The tower's observation deck is projected to draw 2.3 million visitors annually at $95 per ticket. To put that into perspective, Burj Khalifa's observation deck attracts 1.9 million visitors yearly. Dubai's betting on vertical tourism to offset competition from Saudi Arabia's NEOM megaprojects. Skyscraper tourism now accounts for 14% of Dubai's GDP, funding projects like the new Dubai Creek Cultural District. It's a calculated trade-off. Global appeal fuels local investment. Now, let's talk about the real engineering magic behind Burj Azizi. Because building something this tall isn't just about stacking floors, it's about solving problems nobody's faced before. The journey began not with a blank slate, but with a skeleton buried underground. When Azizi Developments acquired the plot in 2017, they inherited the abandoned foundations of Meydan's Entisar Tower, a project halted in 2017 after piling work had already created 120 concrete columns reaching 60 meters deep. Rather than demolish this $180 million investment, engineers conducted over 1,200 load tests, discovering 72% of the original piles could be reused. But the desert had other plans. Groundwater sat just 2 meters below the surface, requiring the International Foundation Group, IFG, to deploy 18 high-capacity dewatering pumps, running continuously for months, lowering the water table by 15 meters. Simultaneously, 58 new piles were drilled through the original grid, their 1.5-meter diameter shafts penetrating 68 meters deep. The whole process was monitored by fiber optic sensors, detecting micron-level shifts. Imagine stacking 20 school buses end to end. That's how far down they poured concrete mixed with graphene, a revolutionary material that's 2.5 times stronger than traditional mixes while reducing CO2 emissions by 30%. Initial 2019 blueprints proposed a 526-meter tower, but developers revised plans in 2024 to reach at 725 meters height. Now, the real challenge isn't height, it's sway. At 725 meters, winds could bend this tower sideways by over 6 feet. So engineers designed a 1,100-ton tuned mass damper near the top. Think of it as a massive counterweight that swings opposite to the building's movement, like stabilizing a ship with ballast. This system, borrowed from earthquake-resistant designs, cuts sway by 40%. But here's what's genius: the tower's shape. It's inspired by 7 global cultures: Persian arches, Chinese latticework, even Mayan step designs. But these are not just decorations. The angles actually break up wind currents, like how a knife slices through butter. Then, here's another problem. Daily temperature fluctuations in Dubai cause structural steel to contract by up to 18 centimeters. The solution? Nickel alloy sliding connectors between floor plates, inspired by aerospace expansion joints. These allow controlled movement while maintaining structural continuity. Then, there's the elevator problem. Regular cables can't handle this height, so they're using magnetic elevators, basically bullet trains that go straight up. These double-decker cabins hit 45 miles per hour, cutting the trip to the top floor to under 2 minutes. There's also a dedicated emergency evacuation stairwell, a first-of-its-kind pressurized stairwell that allows safe evacuation from the top floors. It maintains breathable air for 12 hours and includes cooling stations to prevent heat exhaustion during descent. This system passed stress tests simulating 2,000 occupants evacuating simultaneously. Dubai's skyline race isn't happening in a vacuum. It's part of a regional battle for dominance. Jeddah Tower's looming shadow, now targeting a 2027 completion, pressures Dubai to keep innovating. While the UAE focuses on speed, delivering towers in 4 years versus Saudi's 7-plus-year timelines, experts warn of oversaturation. Dubai has 11 super-tall skyscrapers under construction, but demand exists for maybe 3. But here's the catch. Jeddah Tower's design focuses purely on height, with over 70% of its space dedicated to offices and a 4-seasons hotel. Dubai's strategy is different. Projects like Burj Azizi prioritize mixed-use spaces, live, work, and play, all in one vertical ecosystem. The numbers tell the story. Saudi Arabia invests $1.3 trillion in NEOM's horizontal sprawl, while Dubai pours $46 billion into super-tall towers. It's a clash of philosophies. Saudi bets on untouched land, Dubai on urban density. But can Dubai sustain this? The city already has 19 buildings over 300 meters, more than New York and Shanghai combined. Some argue that the market is oversaturated, pointing to Marina 101, a 425-meter tower where 60% of units remain empty. Developers counter that luxury demand is bulletproof. Burj Azizi's $17 million penthouses sold out in 48 hours, mostly to buyers who'll never live there full-time. For them, these towers aren't homes. They're assets, like rare art or gold bars. But cooling a 700-meter glass tower in Dubai's 50 Celsius summers requires enough electricity to power 10,000 homes. New regulations now mandate solar-integrated facades, but current tech only offsets 15% of energy use. So, what's next? Architects are already drafting concepts for a 1,200-meter earth scraper that burrows 300 meters underground, a response to heat and energy challenges. But for now, Burj Azizi stands as Dubai's boldest answer to the question, how high is too high? Here's the real question. Is building this tall smart or just showing off? Let us know in the comments.